Well, good morning, Paddle Pals. I'm really excited about today's trip. This is the first time we get to go to somewhere I haven't actually personally been before. So let's go explore the Pascoag Reservoir together, all right? No sense in burning daylight. Let's get rolling.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
The Pascoag River flows approximately 4.5 miles starting in Gloucester, Rhode Island. There are 5 dams along the river's length. From the reservoir, the river flows north to Burriville, where it flows into the Clear River in the village of Pascoag. Today we'll be launching from a DEM access site which has a gravel parking lot and a cement plank boat ramp. Of note, no motors in excess of 10 horsepower may be launched or retrieved from this boat ramp between the Saturday before Memorial Day and the day after Labor Day. While the Pascoag is heavily developed, there's still a lot of forest along the shoreline, so it's not entirely clear-cut with houses. This waterway gets very busy in the summertime, something to keep a note in your kayak and to be mindful of, to be aware of other boaters and other paddlers on the water. Hey there, Paddle Pals. This is your host, Dan, speaking to you. Now, I keep running into technical difficulties. We had a sound problem again this time. I was using an external recording device that was supposed to pick up audio through my Bluetooth, and instead of doing that, it just didn't. So there was no usable audio for this particular outing, and so I thought I would just do a little voiceover narration. Now, this is the first part of the launch. Here, obviously, I'm pushing off from the dock. I gave you a quick shot of what the actual ramp looks like, and I wanted to hang with this for a moment, just because this launch area was just shockingly beautiful when I got to. There was nothing but trees around, and the sunlight on the water, and it was just beautiful. Now, here we're passing a spot shortly after the launch where the water got really shallow, so thought I'd take a shot, glance over that way, and then, boy, just this beautiful glassy water that I was on here to begin with. It's a lovely trip. Now, here's one of the little islands that I was paddling up on. This one had keep off signs on it. It really was not much more than a rock with a big rock with a little pile of trees on the top. Someone had built a dock off the one side that you can see. But what you see is basically all that there really was to that little bit of an island. And islands are just cool. I mean, come on, you get to paddle around islands. That's just fun. This one that you saw a moment ago was privately owned, obviously, since it had the keep off signs on it. No hunting. I don't know what you would hunt there anyway, but So we had a little bow cam shot there, and now we're going for a little paddle cam shot. Just taking you around the lake a little bit. It's a lovely stretch. It's oh, now these were really interesting. These were dotted around, and I noticed them from afar at first, but I saw this one up close, and I thought I'd get in. It's shaped like a lighthouse. It actually is a lighthouse. Thought they were buoys, but they have like LED solar cells on top of them. It's really cool. And here we are now. This is the earthen dam that is at the northernmost point of the reservoir, and this dam separates. Oh, someone dropped a hat. By the way, if this is your hat, you lost it on the Pascoag Reservoir, give me a shout. Send me a PM, and I'll get it back to you. Thought I'd clean up a little bit of trash in the process. So this dam separates Pascoag Reservoir from the Pascoag River, which flows on down to the Clear River. Apparently it changes name when it actually gets to the town of Pascoag. So I thought it would be cool to paddle along here a little bit, show you that spillway gate there. And we're paddling up here on the actual breachway, so the water was fairly shallow when I got there this time. So I don't think there was any real danger of me going over or anything like that, but you can see how, you know, in the spring with some heavy rains or something, the water would be running over there. Now here's a little experimental bit I tried where I actually tucked my paddle cam under the water and paddled down the length of the dam. And I thought this came out really cool, so I'll let you sit and enjoy this for a few minutes. And that's going to be about it for our excursion around Pascoag Reservoir. Definitely a cool place. You want to go check it out. And paddle on, pals, paddle on. Now let's see how the Pascoag Reservoir does in our FAD score. First up, fun! Pascoag Reservoir is large enough that the wind will keep the surface choppy. The shoreline is interesting, and there's various small inlets which you can explore. However, there are no publicly accessible beaches or walking trails. Fun rating of 6. Accessibility. There's no fee to park at the DEA ramp, but as is often the case with this type of access, space is limited. There are no additional public access points on the reservoir. Accessibility of 6. Difficulty. While it was quiet for our excursion, nearly every house along the shoreline had some form of watercraft. This will clearly be a very busy waterway in season and on weekends. The reservoir itself isn't particularly difficult to paddle. However, the busy nature of the location will give us a difficulty range of 4 to 7. Scenic. The area which houses the boat ramp is one of the most lovely spots we've been to so far. The shoreline is heavily developed, but it hasn't been clear-cut to make room for the houses, so despite the development, it retains a heavily wooded appearance. Along with that, there are a variety of islands and inlets to explore, along with the dam. Scenic rating of 7. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and happy paddling.